Welcome to this short documentary on foreign aid. My name is Juan Quiñones and I will be narrating for the following video. The sole purpose of this short documentary is to share the correct information with the average American to help him or her have a better understanding of the foreign aid topic and why it has been bringing positive effects and security to the United States, paving roads to a stronger economy, ultimately eliminating erroneous data that is used to support cuts into the foreign aid budget, as well as providing information as to what the Bureau can do to contribute to the organization. What is foreign aid? Foreign aid is the resettlement of capital, raw materials, military, medical, and humanitarian services from one country to another. The organization in charge of administering foreign aid in the United States is the United States Agency for International Development, or the USAID. Foreign assistance became a thing for the United States in 1961, when President John F. Kennedy passed the Foreign Assistance Act on November 3rd. President Kennedy wanted the United States to be a good leader and example for other countries, as it was and has been one of the wealthiest superpowers in the world. Many Americans have a misconception of what foreign aid is or does, leading them to hate the idea of sharing resources with other countries. However, hopefully with the right argument it will successfully change their minds about the matter. Only about 1% of the United States federal budget is retrieved to fund foreign aid. However, many Americans that have been surveyed on the topic believe that 26% of the federal budget is invested in foreign aid, possibly contributing to why they dislike the organization. Recently, President Trump proposed cuts in the foreign aid budget by 28%.
The United Nations Secretary General has issued a measured response after seeing a blueprint of the proposed White House federal budget that points to massive cuts to the global organization. President Donald Trump has proposed to Congress a 28% budget cut for U.S. diplomacy and foreign aid next year, while increasing military spending and preserving security aid to Israel. UN Chief Antonio Guterres has warned that more than just military spending is needed to combat terrorism, after Trump proposed an extra $54 billion in military spending after 2018.
President Trump's budget proposal, entitled America First, a budget blueprint to make America great again, would reduce funding to the United Nations, the World Bank and cultural exchange programs, among others. The document also says funding will be eliminated for the Global Climate Change Initiative, while eliminating federal funding entirely for a host of organizations involved in global issues.
Successful entrepreneur Bill Gates assures that the people who use the budget deficit as an argument to support cutting into foreign aid are mistaken, since 1%, and I quote, will not make a dent.
Income. We can't think of these as one block of developing countries, because now China, Mexico, Brazil, so many are up here, and of course the developed countries are doing even better. But huge progress on health and incomes. And aid generosity has been a big part of it. So it's a myth that we haven't made progress and that aid hasn't helped.
The Ebola outbreak in 2014 is a good example of the efficiency of foreign aid. Before the disease spread to neighboring countries in Africa, which hold some of the busiest airports with flights coming into the United States daily, the USAID and other American organizations working towards eliminating these issues were able to contain the disease before it got out of control, eventually eliminating the threat. Current Secretary of Defense General James Norman Mattis, amongst 119 other generals, wrote a letter to Congress saying that USAID programs are critical to preventing conflict and reducing the need to put our men and women in uniform in harm's way. Not only has foreign aid shown to help keep national security, it has also promoted American economy across the globe. The richer a country is, the less likely it is to go to war with neighboring countries, as well as they are further prepared to prevent global epidemics, also leaving space to buy American-made products. There are a number of things one can do to assist the issue. In the description, I will provide a list of organizations to where donations may be made to. There are also ways to become a private investor to foreign aid. I will also provide a link in the description where economist James O'Connell explains how even investing $1 into a foreign aid possibly will triple in the future. My name is Juan Quiñones, and thank you for listening.